Before Reggie Jackson ever stepped onto the diamond, before Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run record, baseball's brightest stars shared one undeniable trait. Every single one of them was white. America's pastime was also America's divide, until 1947, when Jackie Robinson walked onto the field wearing a Brooklyn Dodgers uniform and shattered the color barrier that had excluded black athletes for decades. That single moment was not just about baseball. It was a strike against centuries of segregation, a step toward justice, and a turning point in the nation's conscience. Jackie Robinson's autobiography, I Never Had It Made, is his own unflinching account of how it all happened, what it cost him, and why he never stopped fighting. Robinson doesn't offer a fairy tale. He doesn't romanticize the cheers, the glory, or the bright lights of Major League Baseball. Instead, he tells the story of what it took to stand in the batter's box when the world was watching, many rooting for him to fail, and to hold his ground with dignity, courage, and relentless determination. The book begins long before that historic Dodgers debut. Robinson takes us back to his early years in Pasadena, California, where he grew up in poverty as the son of a single mother. At UCLA, he became the school's first four-letter athlete, excelling in football, basketball, track, and of course baseball. But Jackie's life was never just about sports. It was about principle. During World War II, while serving in the Army, he refused to accept Jim Crow's humiliations. When he challenged segregation on a military bus, he narrowly escaped court-martial. That moment foreshadowed the defiance and resilience he would later bring to the ballpark. His path to the majors was anything but smooth. Robinson spent years in the Negro Leagues, enduring second-rate facilities, exhausting travel, and the constant sting of racism, both on and off the field. The frustration mounted, but so did his resolve. And then came the call that would change everything. Branch Rickey, president of the Brooklyn Dodgers, summoned Robinson into his office to propose what history would later call the Noble Experiment. Rickey needed not just a great ball player, but a man who could withstand unthinkable abuse without fighting back. Robinson had to be strong enough to break the color barrier and disciplined enough not to break in the process. Jackie agreed, and baseball, and America, would never be the same. But I Never Had It Made isn't just a sports story. It is the story of a man who understood that breaking barriers on the field was only the beginning. After retiring from baseball, Robinson turned his focus to politics, activism, and business. He campaigned for civil rights, marched with Martin Luther King Jr., exchanged ideas with Malcolm X, debated with conservative thinker William F. Buckley, and advised politicians like Nelson Rockefeller. Robinson refused to be confined to the role of sports hero. He wanted to be a force for change, even when it meant challenging the very institutions that once celebrated him. Yet, Robinson's autobiography is also brutally honest about the personal struggles he faced. He opens up about the pressures that strained his family, especially his complicated relationship with his son, Jackie Jr. The triumphs and the heartbreaks sit side by side in these pages, painting the portrait of a man who was human first, heroic second. More than 4 decades after his passing, Jackie Robinson's voice still resonates. His story reminds us that progress is never handed down. It is earned through sacrifice, persistence, and the refusal to accept the world as it is. I Never Had It Made is more than a memoir. It is a call to courage, a blueprint for resilience, and a reminder that the fight for equality must be lived, not just remembered. If you want to understand the true cost of change and the legacy of a man who proved that one person really can reshape history, pick up Jackie Robinson's I Never Had It Made. His struggle, his triumph, and his truth still matter today.